Well, thank you very much, Richard Monga, back there in the Broadcasting House. We are here at the Pride Day here in Mombasa. We are camping for the next 5 days as we listen to engineers discuss the future of our economy. And of course, this is the 28th Institution of Engineers of Kenya conference taking place here in Mombasa. And the theme for this year is Engineers Accelerating Sustainable Economic Development. Today there was a meeting, a very interesting one, of women engineers. About 250 of them were rocked up here in this room, and they were conversing various issues on how to tip more women to join the engineering fraternity, bearing in mind that less than 7% or less than 10% of women or engineers in Kenya are women. Joining us now is the Engineers Board of Kenya Registrar. This is Engineer Margaret Ogai as well as Engineer Jilo. The conversation that we are going to have is how to encourage more women to join the engineering fraternity. Thank you very much indeed, Margaret. You had the conversation here about how to mainstream more women to join the engineering fraternity. Why do we have such a small number of women joining engineering?
Thank you very much, O'Brien. I really appreciate that question. Yes, currently we only have 7%, as you said, and it is historical and cultural. When we were young as girls, very few girls were taking science subjects, and it was discouragement that mathematics is hard. So I think a lot of women did not have role models to start doing engineering. I think as we've gone on, fortunately with our new constitution, we're encouraging more and more women to take up any field that they have interest, and competences and intellectual capacity. And we have seen an increase, an upsurge in the numbers of engineers. And we continue to encourage girls and women that this is a very fulfilling career. It is just like any other, and it's also an economic issue. When you don't take up the field of engineering, then you also do not participate in the economy that there is in construction industry. And you know that we are already investing over 500 billion every year in construction as a government. So we are asking all our girls and our ladies and our women, please take up this. And we also need you in this area, because we need diversity in the decision making that we are making. How do we transport you? What's your energy that you need in your homes? So we are asking all our girls, our ladies, we are here for you. And as an engineers board, we are also trying to encourage and will support you through mentorships and partnering with the Institution of Engineers of Kenya. We believe the numbers will go up. Thank you.
Very well. And the other question is, as engineer or as a registrar of EBK, you would consider to be one of the topmost women engineers here in Kenya.
Yes.
Would you say engineering is friendly to women?
Yes, I would say, I think that comes down. I think we have had a big discussion, very interesting discussion there. It is not overt. There will be nothing that will stop you if you're doing well in in your academic studies and you come out to the field. I think there are no real obvious barriers. But as you start working, you go to the field. We don't have friendly environment. We never used to have even separate toilets for the ladies in the old days. So already that discourages you. When you're a nursing mother, you really do not want to be going to a field far away. And engineering involves both designing the office and going to the field. Mm-hmm. So because of that, you find the young nursing mothers choose then not to work in the office, to do design work. But it doesn't give you a full roundedness as an engineer. Mm-hmm. So those are the things, and I don't think it is discrimination per se. But when you stop now taking up some certain roles and responsibilities, you'll find that even your career gets affected. So those are the things we are looking at. How do we make it easier for the women so that they can also get fulfillment? And after all, issues of pregnancy and motherhood are for a very short period.
Very
after
good.
that, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Let's also get to hear from Madam Jilo. Don't go away. I'll just move in here. Jilo, you're from the coast, and when you look at the number of women engineers, from the coast, the number is very, very small actually. As an engineer, what are you doing to chaperone more young women to join the engineering sector?
Okay, thank you for that question. Yes, I agree with you. From Coast, we have very few lady engineers, and one of them is lack of role models, and another area is poverty. So what we are doing, we have some role models that have come up, and we also call in speakers to come and give a talk to these girls in school, and just to encourage them and let them know that they can make it even as girls. And we also have systems in place where the poor but bright students are supported in one way or the other. We have come in even as IEK. We pay school fees for those who are needy, and we encourage them. And the challenge is that it's very hard to get them. Even when we lower or when we put the bar so that we can accommodate girls, it's very difficult to get them. So that's the challenge we are having in Coast, but we will keep on encouraging them. Yes.
What would you identify as one of their biggest challenge? I mean, because you have lowered the what you would call the max to joining the field for women, but you still have challenges of girls wanting to join the field. What would you say is the biggest impediment?
Just like my colleague, Engineer Margaret Ogai, has said, culture. Because you'll find that when a family does not have enough money to support both girls and boys, they'll prefer taking boys to school and leave out the girls. So culture does not also encourage girls to go further. Even if the girl is bright, you'll find that the boys prefer to the girls. Yes.
Engineer, before I let you go, as EBK, are you partnering with learning institutions, and especially high schools and primary schools, to start chaperoning young girls, and showing them the importance of becoming engineers in the future?
Yes, thank you very much, O'Brien. Actually, first, we are partnering with the Institution of Engineers of Kenya, because they have a very vibrant capacity and mentorship chapter. So we want to partner with them, and through that we'll be able to reach out to schools, and we have done it. In the past, before COVID, our conference used to have a high school section where we'd actually take high school students and take them through at the region, in Coast Region, and take them through all the different diverse fields of engineering. Going forward, we also have a program as EBK. We are starting with, I think, at the World Toilet Day, which is coming up on 19th of November, we are going to go to a primary school. Apart from assisting in terms of washing facilities, we are going to mentor the children who we are going to meet about what engineering is, so that they also get inspiration and different ideas.
Very good.
So, yes, thank you.
Engineer Gino, what is your message to the young ladies who are watching?
Oh, the young ladies, I want to encourage them and tell them they can make it. We've gone ahead of them, and we are making the paths smooth for them so they can make it.
Very good. Thank you so much indeed for your time.
Thank you.
Good luck and all the best in your deliberations. Very well. Well, those are two. Very soon. That's true. Those are some of the most qualified engineers, women engineers in Kenya. Of course, having the conversation about how to encourage more young girls to become engineers, bearing in mind that only 7% of Kenyan engineers are women. How do you upscale that number? That is one of the conversations that is taking place here today. More than 250 women engineers are converged here to see how to induct more women into the engineering fraternity. And one of the questions that is being asked is, how do you break the tradition barriers that has been an impediment to more women joining this sector? Those are some of the conversations that we shall be having here. We're here for the next 5 days, so expect nothing but the best in terms of coverage. This is the 28th Institution of Kenya Engineers Conference taking place here in Mombasa. Back to you in studio.
Thank you very much, O'Brien Kimani. Of course, as you said, it's all about changing perceptions, encouraging younger girls not to be shy of indeed venturing into, let's say, engineering.